Now we will explain you about consonant and vowel. Before we explain about consonant and vowel, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Fida Alfamiga.
My name is Rani Fadila.
My name is Nanda Nur Hasana.
And I am Firda Fitri.
So, what is consonant and vowel? Firstly, we will tell you about consonant.
Okay guys, I will tell you about what is consonant. Consonant is the sound produced when the air flow is obstructed somewhere in vocal bag. There are two kinds of consonant. The first is single consonant. It's called single consonant because the sound each other was produced in unique way. And the second is consonant pace. It's called consonant pace because the sound can be obligate into pace and produced in similar way. Actually, there are 24 consonants in English, but today we will just tell you 6 consonants. The first one is v, t, d, m, and y. According to the position of vocal cords, consonant divided into 2 parts. The first is voiceless and the second is voiced. And according to the position or point of articulation, consonant can be divided into 9 parts. The first is bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, postalveolar, palatal alveolar, palatal, velar, and the last is glottal. And then also, according to the manner, consonant can be divided into 5 places. The first is complete closure, intermediate closure, palatal closure, now narrowing fricative, and the last is glidus. Okay, for the word sounds, it will explain it by my friends. Thank you.
Hello guys. Now I want to tell you about the f and ñ sound of phonetic vocal consonant. The first is f. The sound of f, the place of articulation of f sound is in labiodental. The meaning of labiodental is to the lower lip articulates with the upper teeth. For example, f and v. The manner of articulation of the f and v is in fricative. The manner of articulation of v and f sound is fricative. Fricative is two organs associated to such an accident with that the extreme passes through them with the friction. For example, f, v, t, d, and etc. The example for f sound is there have 3: initial, medial, and final. For the initial, we have feet, and feel. The next is medial, after. The next 15. Believe. Okay. The next is leave.
Okay guys, I want to tell you how to pronounce v sound. According to the position, v sound include in voice. According to the place or point of articulation, v sound include in labiodental. So, what is labiodental? Labiodental is the lower lip articulate with the upper teeth. You can see v. Then, according to the manner, v sound include in narrowing fricative. Narrowing fricative is two organs approximate to start and extend, then the end stream pass through them with fricative. And then guys, I will give you 3 examples of V sound. The first is initial. I will give you example for initial. Initial is very,
very,
very.
very,
And for media, the example is never,
never,
never.
never,
And the last for final, the example is love,
love,
love.
love.
Okay, thank you guys. For the next material will be explained by my friends.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you about M sound. The place of articulation of M sound include in bilabial. What is bilabial? It's called bilabial when the two lips are the primary articulators. So when you say M, both of your lips are used together. And then, how about the manner of articulation M sound? M sound here include in nasal. It's called nasal when air can pass through your nose. M. Can you feel it? And then I have three examples of M sound in initial, medial, and then final. In initials, we have male,
Male,
male, and in medial, we have animal.
animal,
And then the last, in final, we have game.
game.
Okay, that's right. And then the next explanation will be explained by my friend.
Is nya sound. Nya sound. Place of articulation of nya sound is palatal. The meaning of palatal is the front of the tongue articulate with the heart fillet. Example, nya. Of articulation in semi-vowel. Phonetic description, there are more properly treated as vowel blends. Example, w and nya. Of nya sound, there have three: initial, medial, and final. The first is yard,
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 yard.
The next is yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
In medial, beautiful,
Beautiful, beautiful,
beautiful,
beautiful, beautiful.
new,
New,
familiar,
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 familiar.
and few,
Few,
few.
few.
Okay, now I would like to tell you how to pronounce the sound. According to the place of articulation consonant, the sound included in dental. So, what is dental? Dental is when your tongue tip and rims articulate with the upper teeth. You can see the example. The and the manner of articulation the sound include in narrowing fricative. What is narrowing fricative? Narrowing fricative is two organs approximate to such an extent that the airstream passes through them with friction. Here we have three examples of the sound. First is from initial we have think,
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 and the next is from the middle we have something,
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 and for final we have bath,
but,
bath.
but.
Okay, I think that's all for my explanation about the sound. And the next explanation will be explained by my friend.
Okay guys, I will continue how to pronounce the sounds. According to the position of voice cord, the sound include in voice. And according to the place or point of articulate, the sound included in dental. So, what is dental? Dental is the tongue, teeth, and rims articulate with the upper teeth. You can see me. The, the, the. And the manner of the sounds is narrowing fricative. Narrowing fricative is two organs approximate to such an extent that the airstream passes through them with friction. And I will give you three examples of the sounds. The first is initial. The example in initial is the,
The.
the. And in media, the example is brother,
Brother.
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 And the last example is in vinyl. And I will give you example in vinyl is together,
Together.
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 Okay, thank you guys. And the next explanation will be explained by my friends.
Okay, in this section, I will give you some example of vowel sounds. But before that, I will give you an explanation about vowel. What is vowel? Actually, we have 5 vowel in alphabet. They are A, E, I, O, and U. However, when it's come to pronunciation, it has many sounds and it can be spelled in different ways, which can be related system. Vowel sound divides into 2. They are monophthong and diphthong. About monophthong and diphthong, the next explanation will be explained by my friend.
Well, for monophthong and diphthong, actually there are 12 sorts of monophthong and then 9 sorts of diphthong. But today we just focus on one monophthong, that is a sound, and then 2 diphthong, ear sound, and then air sound. Well, firstly, how to pronounce a sound? Just take a look at this picture. When you want to pronounce a sound, the tongue position is low and the sound should be in the central of your oral cavity. And then I will give you example of a sounds as and then butter. Then we talk about ear sounds. How to pronounce ear sounds? Your mouth should be open little bit, and then ear sound actually combination between e and a sound. Ear.
Ear.
And then I will give you example. Ear,
Ear.
deal, and then fear. Then the next explanation about air will be continued by my friend.
In this section, I will give you an explanation about diphthong, that is air. Air is combination between a sound and a sound, starting from A and finishing with A. In this section, when you say air, your mouth doesn't close and open in same row, and your voice is in our throat. And look at the example. The first example is there, where, and care. Okay, and that's the example of air.
Okay, we hope that our video is useful for you and you really understand understand about consonant and vowel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.